and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman basketball on the Eagles Sports Network.
Corner, Zhao, catch three. Nylon for Zhao. Eagles lead.
We're getting you set for game day with a countdown to tip-off, powered by Appalachian Electric Cooperative.
Bridgewater, right corner, flashes, open three. Yes, sir. Caleb Bridgewater connects on the 17th three of the day for Carson-Newman.
Carson-Newman basketball is brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Pepsi, that's what I like. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By First Bank, the official banking partner of Carson-Newman Athletics. Inner Digital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By the Bible Insurance Agency, the agency that's service built. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By Food City, value every day. By Tri-Light, dream big with gig. By Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. And by ShopCNEagles.com, the official online store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Now, here's the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
Greetings, salutations, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you courtside to the Abney Athletic Center and Annie Tribble Court, where Carson-Newman is set to close up shop on the South Atlantic Conference portion of its 2023 schedule. Eagles at 6-2 and 1-1 in the league, taking on the Anderson Trojans, who are 5-5 and 0-2 in South Atlantic Conference play. Carson-Newman lost the only meeting between these two teams a year ago. It was a torrid start for the Eagles. Carson-Newman jumped out to an 18-4 lead by the under-16 media timeout. Anderson slowly chipped away and would come away with an 80-65 win inside of Holt Fieldhouse over Carson-Newman. First time in 2 seasons that the Eagles have paid a visit to the Abney Athletic Center, where the Eagles have won 2 straight in the series against the Anderson Trojans. Matchup features 2 of the hottest scorers in the South Atlantic Conference. John Zhao of Carson-Newman is second in the league at 20.4 points per game, while Anderson's Garrett Denbo, transfer out of West Liberty, is third in the conference at 19.5 points per game. And both players highly efficient in getting to those marks. Zhao, 67% from the field, second best in the league and best among guards, while Denbo, 50% from the field. And both players can threes at a pretty high percentage as well. This is the AEC Countdown to Tip-Off. Service you can trust and value you can depend on, powering Mossy Creek. We are AEC, member-owned and service-driven. When we return to the Abney Athletic Center, we check in with Chuck Benson. His pregame comments head your way after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
An interview with head coach Chuck Benson heads your way in 60 seconds on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit InterDigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Time to check in with the Eagles head coach. Here's Chuck Benson alongside the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
Back on the AEC countdown to tip-off. Carson-Newman basketball emanates today from the Electric City, Anderson, South Carolina, and the Abney Athletic Center. Adam Cavalier alongside Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Chuck, you take on an Anderson team that started the year on a 3-game win streak, but has hit some swoons since then. Trojans 2-5 over their last 7. What sticks out to you about an Anderson team that comes into this game 500 on the year, but really some impressive wins against Flagler and Clayton State early on?
Well, I think in year 2 for Jimmy Williams and the Trojans, I think they're defending at a much better level than they did last year. And I do think now that they've got a year under their belts trying to understand his offensive philosophy and approach, I think they're just better all the way around. They do, as you said, have got some quality wins. Playing 500 basketball right now. I think they had 8 wins total last year, so they're already pushing on that going into or through the first semester. And as you know, man, that venue is a tough place to go compete and win. So we've got our hands full, but I like where they're trending in the right direction. But I think we are too on both sides of the ball. So we're excited to get this last conference game opportunity prior to one other non-conference and then go to the house. So we're excited to get one more chance at Sac-Fo.
Different deal for you. I think this is the first time in your head coaching career here where you've had to coach against a member of your coaching tree. Joe Larrabee, a graduate assistant here the last 2 years, gets the full-time assistant job for Anderson. What's unique about preparing for a team with a guy on the staff who knows a little bit about you?
Well, Joe's a great guy, and I told him when he got the job, I said, hey, look, man, we appreciate everything you've done. We got a good relationship here, and, of course, Joe had a lot of good things happen for him while he was here. But I told him, I said, when you get this job now, you need to do everything in your power to help Jimmy Williams know how to beat us. So tell him all the secrets, to hold nothing back, honor your new position, so does it put a little bit extra on the game? Yeah, because we know that clearly they're going to have some perspective that other teams won't. But I think probably more than anything, our players had a really tight bond with Joe, and I think it sort of means a little bit more for them, maybe even than our staff.
Adam Cavalier alongside Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. You've continued the development of a four-headed monster. I couldn't tell you the last time you had four players all averaging more than 15 points per game. John Zhao, top among those at 20.5 points per night, but Jack Browder, Trey Hubbard, Nick Brennigan all nipping on his heels. How has this four horsemen of the apocalypse approach taken root?
It's been organic. Those guys are all four that you mentioned, spend a lot of time on their craft outside of practice, watching film and workouts outside of our team practices. And all four have got a lot of college experience. We provide an opportunity, provide a stage, so to speak, for them to put their best foot forward. That's what those guys are doing. Thankfully, we've got a team that collectively wants the guys to be the best versions of themselves, and it's pretty clear that those four are pretty special, especially on the offensive side of the ball. And so we just want to continue to try to promote that and to encourage them and to sort of set them up for success. We know that collectively, if they're performing at their best, then we are collectively performing at our best.
If you reference the lone meeting between the Trojans last year, you'll remember an 18-4 start to the game for Carson-Newman, and then hit some lulls offensively. Anderson would come back and win by 15. Big takeaways. What big takeaways do you come away with from last year's meeting?
Well, I just think that we are at an entirely different place. I mean, you and I both know that going into Christmas last year, we were all feeling pretty good, and then some things happened in January and February there that I hadn't, in year 20 as a head coach last year, hadn't really experienced, with just a collective overall lack of confidence and poise, and that was in the midst, that loss in the midst of that sort of soul-searching desert walk. And so thankfully, I think we're at a completely different place mentally and physically, and we're in a really good place. And so I think it's sort of hard to compare the two, because that was near the end. Technically, that was really near the end of our streak last year, and then we were able to regain our balance there right before the end of the regular season to finish with a 500 record.
Did you ever read The Phantom Toll Booth?
No, but now that you've mentioned it, you got my interest. What is it about?
I couldn't remember. I couldn't tell you. I read it was a third grade reading book at some point. But the only thing I do remember from that was somebody being lost in the doldrums, which was your desert walk, I suppose. Haven't been in the doldrums this season. How nice is that?
Well, I mean, it is part of it. We'd all like to believe that every season's journey is, smooth sailing, Audubon-esque, 100 miles down the road straightaways, but that's really not what it is. It's on ramps, off ramps, speed traps, speed bumps, snowstorms, sunny days too. But you just never know, and you've got to have the poise and the mental toughness to not only endure that, but to sort of relish the highs and the lows to make them that much more sweet.
Chuck, pleasure as always. Good luck today against the Trojans.
Great. Thanks, Cav.
It's Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Starting lineups head your way when the AEC countdown to tip-off comes back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
There's something about a small community that unites us, whether it's cheering on our favorite team or the way we come together in a crisis. Small communities are made up of people with big hearts. We're dedicated to hard work and innovation through sunny days and stormy nights. AEC is always here, powering the people and the places that make our community a spectacular place to call home. AEC, power what matters most.
Don't go anywhere. Tip-off is next.
Trip Davis, marvelous, with the hands on one end and the guile to finish on the other.
More CN memories are headed your way on the Eagles Sports Network. Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
This
Set the key, straight on three, got it!
is Carson-Newman men's basketball on the Eagles Sports Network.
Thomas drives to the free throw line, stops, right hand, floater, got it, count it, and a foul! Bryant Thomas into the teeth of Jason Brooks.
Today's game is brought to you by Appalachian Electric Cooperative, by Modern Woodman Financial Planning, Domino's, First Bank, by ShopCNEagles.com, The Eagle Club, the Bible Insurance Agency, by Pepsi, by Magaha Electric, InterDigital, by Food City, Tri-Light, and by Lisa's Country Kitchen.
Now back to the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
We welcome you back courtside to the Abney Center, where Carson-Newman and Anderson are set to square off. The Eagles lead the all-time ledger 17-10 as the teams line up for the national anthem for prior to today's game. We'll let you listen in to its performance.
Please rise, gentlemen, kindly remove your caps as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem, performed today by Jaden Middleton.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet play o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
National anthem wraps up here in the Abney Athletic Center. Starting lineups for today's game. First for the homestanding Anderson Trojans, who are 5-5 and 0-2 in the league under the direction of Jimmy Williams. Jimmy Williams trots out a 3-guard, 2-forward lineup. The guards, A.J. Wright, 5'10 freshman out of Tampa, Florida, making his 10th start in 11 games, 7.8 points per game for A.J. Wright, joining the backcourt by Austin Webb, 6'2 junior out of South Point, Ohio, 8.9 points per game while shooting 54% from the field. And you hesitate to call him a guard because of his length, but that's how Garrett Denbo is listed. The West Liberty transfer is the league's third leading scorer at 19.5 points per game. The forwards, Jackson Greco, 6'3" junior out of Canton, Georgia, who averages 6 a night. And a guy who has been around for an eternity, Mac Burgett, in his 5th season of basketball for the Trojans, the 6'7" senior who's out of Richmond, Virginia, and averages 8.4 points per game while shooting 63% from the field. Carson-Newman, as the lights have been turned off to introduce Anderson starting 5. Carson-Newman will trot out the same unit that it has since the Lander game on the Saturday after Thanksgiving. It's a starting 5 comprised of Jack Browder, Nick Brennigan, Trey Hubbard, John Zhao, and Usman Ja. The starting 5, specifically the quartet of Browder, Brennigan, Hubbard, and Zhao, all averaging north of 14 points per game. They're the only 4 players, or group of 4 players, in the SAC, all in the top 20 in the league in scoring. Only Limestone and Wingate can boast of 3-man units who are in the top 20 in scoring. Anderson in the home whites, white tops, white shorts, gold numerals trimmed in black. Anderson written in black above the numbers on the front of the jerseys. A gold stripe around the bottom of the shorts for the Trojans. Eagles in the road blues. Blue tops, blue shorts, orange numerals trimmed in white with Carson-Newman written around the numbers on the front. Usman Ja deflects the tip to Nick Brennigan, and for a 9th consecutive game, Ja wins the tip. Eagles move right to left with the basketball against man-to-man defense from the Trojans. Hubbard curling inside, gets it on Burgett, takes it up with the right hand and hits the layup from the right block. 2-0 Eagles lead, 20 seconds in. Trojans work it from left to right. Right, bounce feed to Burgett in the high post. One left-hand dribble against the Eagles zone. Flips it out to Denbo, left wing. Denbo, right-hand dribbles, crosses over to his left, gets down to the left side of the lane, muscles it up, left block, shot up, missed it. Ja the rebound at the front of the 10. Hands off to Trey Hubbard, and Hubbard weaves front court for Carson-Newman. Goes right corner, Nick Brennigan. Brennigan muscles inside, bounce it off Ja, left block. Ja turns, hits Zhao, left wing. Zhao, ball held at his right hip as he's pressured by Webb. Zhao to the head of the key, flips it off to Browder, right wing. Browder curls inside, pull up, left elbow, 15-footer, splashes it in. First 4 points in this one belong to Carson-Newman a minute in. Trojans move left to right with the basketball. Right, between the circles, picked up by Hubbard. Right, initiates to the left elbow, leaps, passes, left wing. Greco, 3, knocks it down. Jackson Greco, 42% from beyond the arc, left uncovered. He makes the Eagles pay. 4-3. Carson-Newman's lead trimmed to 1, 18:28 to go first half. Eagles work front court. Ja at the head of the key. One dribble to the right wing. Trying to bring somebody to the ball, and John Zhao finally comes over. Off to the left wing, Nick Brennigan. Curls inside, leaps, passes. Right corner, Hubbard, back to Brennigan. Right wing, open look from deep. Front of the 10, won't fall. Rebound pings around and out of bounds off of Jack Browder. And it's back to Anderson. Eagle fans, AEC is your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. Service you can trust and value you can depend on. Powering Mossy Creek, where AEC, member-owned and service-driven. Trojans with the ball front court. Greco for Webb at the head of the key. 4-round 1 for the Trojans against the Eagles zone. High post Denbo, left elbow. One dribble, takes it down to the left block, spins on Ja, uses the window and banks it in. 5-0 run for the Trojans gives Anderson its first lead. 5-4 with 17:41 to play in the first half. Carson-Newman onto the offensive end. Browder, right wing. Moves right to the baseline, pulls up, tough 15-footer, missed everything. Right the rebound, left block for the Trojans. Right ahead to Webb, left wing. Transition 3-ball, left it short off the front iron. Hubbard will watch the ball go out of bounds into the left corner and back to Carson-Newman. Eagle fans, Domino's is the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles, so when you're hungry, reach for Domino's. Get a large one-topping pie for $5.99 with your Carson-Newman ID. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Hubbard into the front court for Carson-Newman. Nice bounce pass. Zhao cutting to the cup. Zhao lays it in with the right hand at the 10. 6-5, Eagles back in front. 17-10 to go in the first half. Trojans onto the offensive end. Webb hands off Denbo between the rings. Back to Webb, right wing. High hand there for Hubbard. Bounce it into the high post, Burgett. Burgett backs down Jaw. Turns right block, up and under move. Reverse layup. Got nothing but the underside of the backboard. Browder seizes the rebound for the Eagles. Up the floor comes Trey Hubbard. Stops out of the key. Fires inside Jaw. Turns right hand. Bunny won't fall. Front iron. Greco leaps for the rebound at the hole for the Trojans. Greco into the front court. Finds Webb in the left corner. Trojans set up the half-court offense, trailing by 1. High post, Denbo, left elbow. Burgett, Burgett back to the basket on the right block. Kicks out Denbo, right wing. Tries the triple. Strokes it over top of John Zhao. 8-6, Anderson leading. 16:20 to play in the first half. Trojans on a little 8-2 burst. Eagles looking for answer points. Hubbard on the right elbow. Bounce feed Jaw at the free throw line. Back out Hubbard, head of the key. Hubbard drives inside. Right-hand teardrop off the mark. Back of the 10. Webb seizes the rebound amongst the trees for the Trojans. Anderson moving left to right. 5 minutes in, 2-point lead. Or 4 minutes in, with a 2-point lead. Anderson shooting 50% from the field. They've started 2 of 3 from deep. Burgett, head of the key. Eagles sag off him. Burgett puts the ball on the floor, spins it on Jaw, right hand, flips it up, rolls off the front lip of the rim. Jack Browder scoops up the rebound after a groan from the crowd. Browder, head of the key, pulls from 3. Browder drills it. Jack Browder hits the transition tray ball. Carson-Newman's back in front, 9-8, 15:30 to play in the first half. Trojans work left to right with the rock. Denbo between the rings. Right hand dribbles around a Burgett screen to the right wing. Denbo, crossover to the left hand, spins in the paint, fading, right elbow, tough 15-footers off the mark. Rebound batted around, Burgett comes up with it, dumps off Webb left side, Webb lays it in. Eagles brought 2 men to the offensive rebound, it caromed off their hands, and Burgett gets the look what I found assist to give the Anderson Trojans the lead. 10-9, 5 minutes into the first half. Eagles front court. Trey Hubbard into the lane, stumbles and gets called for steps, brings us to a break in the action. 14:57 to go in the opening half. Anderson 10, Carson-Newman 9, a back-and-forth affair that's featured 5 lead changes. Back to the Abney Center after these messages on the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
10-9, Anderson, the early lead here from the Abney Center. The Eagles have led by as many as 4, the Trojans by as many as 2 in a back-and-forth affair that has featured 5 lead changes. Seesawing back and forth. Right now, the difference in this one is the fact that Anderson's hit 2 threes and Carson-Newman's hit 1. Little 2-2-1 full court pressure for the Eagles out of the timeout. Carson-Newman goes with Ren Dyer and Ben Beaker into the game with Browder, Brennigan, and Hubbard. Webb bounce it inside for repass on the right baseline. Backs down Dyer, turns, gets it into the left corner. Whirls around, left wing 3, front of the rim, no good for Luke Denbo. Rebound bounces out to the timeline where Wright collects for the Trojans. Over to Luke Denbo again, left wing. Denbo goes to right between the circles with 10 to shoot. Anderson looking for a second chance point. Denbo, left corner, cuts the left baseline drive, hits a cutting right in the middle of the lane, bobbles, collects, and now Jack Browder steals it. Browder into the front court for Carson-Newman. Finds Dyer, left wing, extra pass, left corner, Nick Brennigan, triple, back iron, no. A.J. Wright rises for the rebound, right block for the Trojans. Anderson into the front court. Wright Twirls around, hits Webb at the head of the key. Webb curls, left elbow, 15-footer, knocks it down. Anderson with its biggest lead at 3, 12-9, 13:47 to play in the first half. Trojans shooting 46% from the field. Nobody has more than 3 points for Anderson. Eagles onto the offensive end. Beaker give and go with Trey Hubbard down to the right block. Missed the bunny. Rebound punched out of bounds by Ben Beaker. And it's back to Anderson. Hubbard got a good look at the cup. Ball hung on the back lip of the rim and just slowly rolled off the left side before Beaker punched it out. 12-9, Trojans leading. 13:30 to go in the first half. Anderson works left to right with the basketball. Luke Denbo off to the right point for Wright, where he hands off to Garrett Denbo. Up top, Webb around to Luke Denbo, left wing. High post repass. Backs down Beaker. Turns right, now left-hand hook. Strong off the back iron. Beaker snares the rebound over the Furman transfer and gets it to Trey Hubbard. Eagles front court down by 3. Ren Dyer, right corner for Beaker at the right elbow. Spins around with left-hand dribbles and gives to Browder up top. Browder drives on Denbo all the way to the cup, got fouled. Jack Browder missed the right-handed shot off the window, but that's because he got shoved by Luke Denbo from behind. Denbo's first on the Trojans. Eagles haven't scored in 2 minutes. Eagle fans, Lisa's Country Kitchen serves the best home-cooked meals that the Lakeway region has to offer. Lisa's Country Kitchen, the official restaurant of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Jack Browder to the stripe, puts the first one up and knocks it down to stop the 2-minute scoring drought for the Eagles. Brings Carson-Newman within 2, 12-10, with 12:57 to go in the first half. One more free throw for Jack Browder. Browder puts the second one up, rattles out left side. Garrett Denbo tracks it down. 12-10 ball game. Anderson by 2 with 12:50 to play in the first half. Denbo between the rings with right-hand dribbles, goes right around a repass screen and roll to repass, who finishes with the right hand off the window from the right side. 14-10. Anderson matches Carson-Newman's biggest lead at 4. 12:35 to go in the first half. Eagles front court. Browder has it deflected out of his hands by Dallas Jones into the Trojan bench, and it stays with Carson-Newman. Eagles 4 of 10 from the field, but not getting the second chance opportunities they've been accustomed to. No offensive boards for the Eagles. Come in to this game, number 6 in the country in rebounding margin. Sack's top offensive rebounding team. Nick Brennigan, left wing. Picked up by Denbo. Brennigan curls head of the key. Muscles inside. Kick out Dyer. Head of the key. Straight on triple. Missed it off to the right. Rebound pings off of Beaker. Snagged by Browder. Second chance opportunity off the mark left side. Jones the rebound, racing front court for the Trojans. Jones dishes Luke Denbo. Left wing. Catch 3 in transition. Drills it. Chuck Benson calls for time. Trojans up 7. 17-10 with 12:04 to play in the first half. Eagles haven't hit a shot from the field in more than 3 minutes. 12:04 to play in the first half. Anderson has swelled the lead to 17-10. Trojans in the middle of a 9-1 run. And we're back to the Abney Center after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
I get my power from my co-op so I can put my energy into my family.
Into waking up the neighborhood. Latte for Christine.
I get my power from the co-op so I can put my energy into planting seed for a brighter future.
Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, power to your community, for your community, so your energy can go into the things that matter most to you.
My 69 Camaro.
Who powers you?
AEC, the right call for your energy needs. Let us help you score success.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Slow start from the field for Carson-Newman. Eagles 33% for the game and one of their last 7 from the field. Carson-Newman hasn't made a field goal since a Jack Browder 3 put the Eagles up 9-8. Just before the under-16 media timeout. Since then, the Trojans have gone on a 9-1 run. Adam Cavalier, happy to have you courtside here at Annie Tribble Court in the Electric City as Jack Browder runs the point for Carson-Newman. Over to the right wing, he brings the Eagles front court. Carson-Newman down by 7. Browder muscling it up, right block, whistles it off the window, nothing else. Got his own board. Browder twirls around, hits Dyer right wing. Back inside, Browder right block. Browder off balance, leans, hits it off the glass. Jack Browder has 8 of Carson-Newman's 12 points. It's a 17-12 Anderson lead. 11:30 to go in the first half. Trojans front court. Webb misfires for a right corner 3. Hubbard the rebound, racing front court. Hubbard lobs inside Beaker. It's tipped by repass, stolen by Luke Denbo. Back the other way it comes. Webb bounces off of him, off of Trey Hubbard, out of bounds. Stays with Anderson. Trey Hubbard played the passing lanes, got a fingertip to it, but it ping-ponged around off of both Hubbard and Webb, last touching Hubbard. And the ball goes with Anderson. 17-12, Trojans leading. You got Ja, Zhao, Brennigan, Hubbard, and Dyer on the floor for Carson-Newman. Repass, Webb, Jones, Greco, and Luke Denbo for the Trojans. Hubbard over the timeline, center court for Carson-Newman. Switches it to Nick Brennigan, left wing. Brennigan off to Zhao, right point. Post defense from Dallas Jones. Zhao picks up his dribble, feeds Hubbard between the rings. Hubbard weaving into repass, right hand, scoops it up, scoops it in. Strong take by Trey Hubbard. He's got 4. Eagles have scored 4 in a row to cut it to 3. 17-14 with 10:50 to go in the first half. Trojans with it front court. Luke Denbo, free throw line. Pull up, 15-footer. Missed it short. Ja boxes out. Repass for the rebound in the middle of the lane. Eagles race front court. Zhao, left wing, transition 3. All cords for John Zhao. 7-0 burst for the Eagles to tie it at 17. 10:30 to go in the first half. Eagles have made their last 3 shots from the field after that 1 of 8 swoon. Trojans looking for an answer point. Webb between the rings. Off to Greco, left wing. Greco feeds Webb head of the key. Bounce feed, repass at the free throw line. Repass goes to work inside Ja. Ja builds the wall. Repass swirls it up and swirls it in. Use the English to break Carson-Newman's 7-0 scoring run. Trojans back on top. 19-17, 9:57 to go in the first half. Trey Hubbard over the timeline, center court, accelerates into the front court, gets it down to the left block. Teardrop, no. Rebound batted around. Dyer has it, put back good off the window with the right hand. Stick-to-itiveness from Ren Dyer. He has his first points, tied at 19 with 9:40 to play in the first half. Trojans front court, left wing. Dallas Jones pulls from 3 and rattles it in. Just his third made 3 of the season. He's 3 of 11 from deep. Trojans ahead 22-19, 9:27 to go first half. Eagles the other way. Dyer, left wing, catch 3 on the way off the feed from Zhao. Airballed it. Webb the rebound. Webb into the front court for Anderson. Hits Luke Denbo right wing. Denbo drives into the lane, flips it out left wing for Greco. Greco bowling his way inside. He draws a foul. Charge this to whom? To Nick Brennigan. His first on the Eagles. Trey Hubbard exits. Jarius Satterfield enters for Carson-Newman. Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. Contact Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins at cneagles.com/modernwoodman to help secure your family's financial future. Inbounds pass to the left wing, deflected out by A.J. Wright, and it goes back to Carson-Newman after Anderson's third turnover of the half. And Dyer triggers into the backcourt to Jarius Satterfield. Satterfield picked up man-to-man full court by A.J. Wright. Goes to the head of the key for John Zhao. A turnover. A steal by Webb. Right ahead, down the middle of the lane. Right-hand finger roll. Rolls it home off the glass. 24-19, 5 in a row for the Trojans in this half of runs. Full court pressure on for Anderson by Wright against Satterfield. Satterfield gets by him with 8:44 to go in the first half, and his team down 5. Zhao, head of the key. Switches it left wing for Nick Brennigan. Up top, Dyer. Dyer. Lob, Ja, left wing. Handoff, Brennigan. Brennigan into the paint. Twirls around. He walked. Brennigan dragged his pivot foot as he was stopping against the defense from Garrett Denbo. And the Eagles give it away for a fourth time this half. 24-19, Trojans by 5. Anderson's made its last 3 shots from the field and is shooting 53% from the field for the game. Anderson with it front court. Denbo, left elbow. Slings it inside, fade away. Webb, middle of the paint, knocks it down from 14. Webb has 6. Every Trojan who has played has scored. Good balance from Jimmy Williams' team. Anderson's up by 7, matching their biggest lead on a 7-0 run. Eagles with it front court. Jarius Satterfield fouled across the timeline by A.J. Wright. First personal on Wright. Second team foul on the Trojans. 7:58 to go in the first half. Anderson 26, Carson-Newman 19. Trojans on a 7-0 run over the last 94 seconds. They've made their last 4 shots from the field. Eagles try to put a halt to it when we come back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through Auto Owners Insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser-focused on your success.
Anderson's in the middle of a 7-0 run to retake a 7-point lead, largest lead of the game for either team. For the Trojans, up 26-19, 7:58 to go in the first half. Adam Cavalier, happy to have you alongside. Skip Roberts running the show back inside of network control. Efficient half of basketball for Anderson, shooting 55% from the field. Eagles get the ball out of the break, though, looking to put a halt to this 7-0 Trojan run. Nick Brennigan in the right corner has it. Goes to Satterfield, right wing. Up top, Zhao fires it around left wing, Browder. Back to Brennigan, head of the key. Denbo guards him. Over to Zhao, right wing with 9 to shoot. Zhao, man-to-man on Webb. Hits Jaw, head of the key. Lob inside Browder. Lands, finishes with the left hand. Jack Browder, the first player for either team in the double figures. He has 10. 26-21. Eagles cut it to 5 and stop the Trojans' 7-0 run. Anderson works left to right with the basketball in the home whites. Webb, left wing. Turns, passes into the left corner. You got a whistle and a foul away from the ball. Jarius Satterfield shoved to the ground. Denbo missed a 3, but that won't matter because Denbo created space for his 3 with a shove, his first and the team's third. Ball back to Carson-Newman. Browder, Satterfield, Zhao, Ja, and Brennigan on the floor for Carson-Newman. Trojans stay man-to-man. Luke and Garrett Denbo on the floor with Burgett, Greco, and Wright. Zhao into the high post for Ja, backs it out Satterfield between the rings. Satterfield hits Brennigan, right point, triple on the way. Brennigan bangs it in. Nick Brennigan's first make, 5 straight for the Eagles to trim it to 2. 26-24 with 6:52 to play in the first half. Trojans work it left to right. Burgett, right elbow. Ja sags off of him. Burgett takes it down into him on the left block. Pumps, kicks. Greco, left corner, 3. Knocks it down. Jackson Greco has buried a pair of 3s. Lead back to 5. 29-24 in favor of Anderson with 6:30 to play in the first half. Trojans have made their last 5 shots from the field. Eagles with it front court. Browder, right wing. Goes to Ja, free throw line. Lob inside Zhao. Too tall for him. It's deflected off Zhao's left hand and stolen away by Luke Denbo. Denbo into the front court. Twirls and hits right at the head of the key. Crossover into the lane on Nick Brennigan. Turns, passes Greco right wing. Bounce feed inside Burgett right block. Burgett backs down Ja. spins left, kicks left into the corner for Greco. No look pass head of the key right. Right drives with 10 to shoot. Drop it off, Burgett left block. Spins left hand hook, falls off front side. No good, punched out of bounds by Nick Brennigan, and it stays with Anderson. 29-24, Trojans leading, 5:50 to go in the first half. And off the bench, Josh Butts, his first action this season, sidelined for the first bit with an ankle injury. So Josh Butts into a game for the first time all year. Greco will inbound left baseline, sends it into Denbo left wing. Denbo right around a Burgett screen. And John Zhao gets called for a foul as he scraped through the screen. It's a first personal on Zhao, a second team foul on Carson-Newman. 29-24, Trojans by 5. 5:40 to play in the first half. Anderson shooting 55% from the field in the opening stanza. Right wing triple, back iron no. Zhao chases down the rebound in the right corner for the Eagles. Carson-Newman flies right to left with the basketball. Zhao for Nick Brennigan left wing. Leaps, passes, Zhao left wing. High hands there for Greco. Up top, Butts. Chest pass over to Satterfield right wing. Satterfield left around the Butts screen to the free throw line. Dish out, Browder left wing, 3. Strong. Burgett pushes off of Butts to grab the rebound and gets it up the right sideline to Greco. Trojans front court leading by 5. High post, bounce feed inside Greco, dish back out Burgett. Burgett leans into Butts, can't finish, but he draws a foul. Now, Burgett elbowed Butts in the face after things were all said and done. And out of all of that, it's Jarius Satterfield who gets the foul called on him. First on Satterfield, third on the Eagles. No, I did not have Jarius Satterfield. No, they did switch it to being on Butts as Burgett's free throw is well short, front iron. 23 is the shooter. That was who was signaled to the scorers table. So Butts with his first. Second free throw for Burgett. Front iron, no. Zhao the rebound. Feels like the ball didn't lie on those two free throws. 4:57 to play first half. Eagles down by 5. Haven't scored in 2 minutes. Zhao guarded tightly by Luke Denbo. Feeds Butts at the right elbow. Butts hands off Browder. Accelerates down the right side of the lane. Twirls into a double team. Bounce it to Butts. Middle of the paint. Turns. Right hand hook. Butts got the roll off the right iron. Josh Butts pulls Carson-Newman within 3. 29-26, 4:30 to play in the first half. Trojans onto the offensive end. White hits a cutting Greco right block. Greco lays it in on the reverse. 31-26. Trojans back by 5. Greco with 8 points to lead the Trojans. 4:15 to go first half. Eagles the other way. Zhao left corner drills a 3. John Zhao makes it a 2-point game. 31-29 Anderson. 4:05 to play first half. Trojans work left to right with it. Right. Left point into the high post Burgett. Touch pass inside Denbo. Denbo drives the right baseline. Rolls out to the right corner. Tries a triple. Left to the rim, no good. Brennigan the rebound. Eagles can tie with the 2. Grab the lead with the 3 on this possession. Brennigan down the left side of the lane. Stops. Whistle. Foul will take us to a break in the action. Charge Luke Denbo with his second. The 4th on the Trojans. 3:45 to play in the first half. Anderson 31. Carson-Newman 29. Eagles have made 4 of their last 5 shots from the field. Back to the Abney Center after these messages on the Eagles Sports Network.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilight.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
3:45 left in the first half. Anderson 31 and Carson-Newman 29. Trojans used a 9-1 run early to grab a 7-point lead, but the Eagles have punched back, kept it within striking distance. They're down 2 right now with the basketball, with a chance to tie or take the lead. Eagles led by 4 early. The Trojans have led for all but 3 minutes of this first half. Jack Browder fires into Hubbard at the left elbow. One dribble, dish out. Brennigan, head of the key, contested 3. Doesn't matter. Brennigan drains it over top of Garrett Denbo. 32-31. Eagles retake the lead with 3:33 to play in the first half. Trojans want an answer. Greco straight on triple off the mark. Browder with the box out on Jared White to grab the rebound. Eagles bring it right to left on a 6-0 run. John Zhao, left wing, curls into the paint. Right hand, scoops it up. Short off the front of the 10. Bounces around. Wright takes the rebound at the head of the key. Wright in transition. Down to the right block. Leans in. Hits it off glass. Counted and 1. Strong take for A.J. Wright. He puts a second personal on Nick Brennigan. A 4th team foul on the Eagles. That puts a screeching halt to the Eagles' 6-0 run. Caleb Bridgewater's off the bench to replace Nick Brennigan. So you got Beaker, Hubbard, Browder, Bridgewater, and Zhao for Carson-Newman. Jared White, Garrett Denbo, James Repass, Jackson Greco, and A.J. Wright for the Trojans. Wright. 3 dribbles, spins the ball into his left hand. The and 1 free throw is on the way, and he calmly sinks it. 34-32, Anderson by a pair. 3:09 to play in the first half. Full court pressure on for the Trojans after the made free throw. Trey Hubbard will break it against A.J. Wright up the left sideline. Hubbard into the front court. Dribbles over to the right wing. Leaps, passes Beaker at the free throw line. Hits Bridgewater cutting back door. Shovels out. Browder, left corner. 3. Knockdown. Good ball movement to get Jack Browder an open look from deep. He's got 13 points to lead all scores. Carson-Newman retakes the lead, 35-34, with 2:40 to play in the first half. Anderson onto the offensive end. Repass, banging inside on Beaker. Lost it, out of bounds. Carson-Newman ball. 4th turnover for the Trojans. Eagle fans, check out Carson-Newman Athletics' official online store at shopseeandeagles.com. ShopSeeingEagles.com features more than 1,100 products, from T-shirts and polos to phone skins and pet collars. ShopSeeingEagles.com, the official online store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Carson-Newman front court. Hubbard, teardrop right of the lane, short from 10. Repass the rebound, outlets it ahead to right wing. Wright zings it inside for White. Through his wickets, Trey Hubbard the steal. 1-point lead for the Eagles. Hubbard brings it front court for Carson-Newman. Hubbard stops head of the key, goes to Beaker left elbow. Beaker turns, faces the basket, stops his dribble, bounces for a cutting Zhao. Zhao to the cup, right hand, lays it in off glass. Nice feed for Ben Beaker, his first assist. John Zhao into double figures. He has a quiet 10. 37-34, Eagles up by 3 with $1:52 to play in the first half. Trojans front court. Denbo dribbling around right baseline, muscles into the paint, stops his dribble, passes out, deflected. Bridgewater the steal. 2-on-2 break. Hubbard in transition. Kicks Bridgewater. Right corner. 3. Bullseye! Caleb Bridgewater swishes it. And the Eagles are up 6. 40-34. 90 seconds left in the first half. It's an 8-0 run for the Eagles. Carson-Newman looking for a stop. Right, left point, tries a triple. Front of the 10, short. Zhao the rebound, saves it in. Throws it off of Webb's shoe top. It's out of bounds and back to Carson-Newman. Eagles have made 6 of their last 8 shots, shooting 53% from the field in the opening half, including a 7 of 12 mark from deep. Taking advantage of 3 Anderson turnovers in the last 100 seconds to take their largest lead of the game at 6. 40-34, 80 seconds left in the first half. Hubbard will dribble over the timeline, center court for Carson-Newman. Hubbard stops his dribble, gets it to Zhao left point. Webb harasses him. Up top, Ben Beaker. Beaker faces the basket, Looks for a passer and does so to Browder, left wing. Browder curling into the lane. Muscles up a right-hand leaner. Browder, high difficulty. Leans in and hits it over the sack logo from 12 feet out. 10-0 run for the Eagles. They're up by 8 with 50 seconds left in the first half. Carson-Newman trying to get another stop. Trojans haven't scored in 2 minutes. 1-3-1 zone for the moment. Right, left wing, into the left corner. Greco, wide open look from deep. Missed it off the front iron. Browder the rebound. The Eagles can swell it to double digits on this possession. Bridgewater in transition all the way to the hole. Right-hand leaner won't fall. Got his own rebound. Kick out, extra pass. Zhao, right wing, open look from deep. Halfway down and out. Repass snares the rebound, gets it to Webb. Shot clock off, 20 seconds left in the first half. Carson-Newman up 42-34 on a 10-0 run. And now, with 15 seconds left, Jimmy Williams calls for time to set something up. Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, they are your East Tennessee electrical contracting source. Anderson hasn't scored in nearly 3 minutes, and the Eagles have taken advantage with a 10-0 run to grab an 8-point lead here late in the first half. 42-34, Carson-Newman leading. They've done it with good ball movement. 8 assists, including 4 from Trey Hubbard. Jack Browder with 15 first-half points. John Zhao with 10. Those two lead all scorers. Well, the turnover bug has bit the Trojans here in the last 3 minutes. A turnover a minute here in the last 3 minutes. That's helped the Eagles go on this run to grab this lead. Anderson, 15 seconds left. They'll play for the final shot. Denbo will inbound from the hash mark on the far sideline. Denbo bounces into Burgett, left wing. Back it out to right with 10 to shoot. 10 to play, pardon me. Right, head of the key, left around to Burgett, screen. Feeds Burgett, middle of the lane, turns, left hand, can't hit the bunny. Dyer grabs the rebound, ahead to Browder. Browder from 3/4 court, heaves on the way, nearly made it off the left side of the rim. Now Carson-Newman gets stops down the stretch in the first half, and the Eagles utilize a 10-0 run to carry a 42-34 lead into the halftime locker room. Anderson goes the final 3:10 of the period without a bucket, and that helps the Eagles take their biggest lead of the day at 8 into the halftime locker room. ShopCNEagles.com halftime report heads your way when we come back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit InterDigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser-focused on your success.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We've got a quality contractor network, easy financing, and ANC inspects every job to assure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aecoop.org for application, contractor list, and more details. AEC, we're power with purpose. It's halftime. We'll head back to the arena for the ShopCNEagles.com halftime report in just 60 seconds on the Eagle Sports Network.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source. The number one source for Carson-Newman athletic skiers, ShopCNEagles.com, where you can find gear from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour. Shirts, jerseys, sweatshirts, shorts, pants, hats, and scarves. Shop CNEagles.com is your source for everything CN. You can even show your school spirit on your smartphone or tablet. All of your game day essentials can be found in one place. Shop CNEagles.com.
It's halftime. Your first half scoring summary and a check of the ShopCNEagles.com sack scoreboard are headed your way.
Corner, Zhao, catch three. Nylon for Zhao. Eagles lead.
Now back to the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
All right, back courtside at the Abney Center where Carson-Newman carries a 42-34 lead over the Anderson Trojans at the halftime break. A half of runs, really seesaw battle. 2 ties, 8 lead changes. Anderson jumped out to a 7-point lead after a 9-1 run early. The Eagles answered with a 7-0 burst to get back into it and then took control with a 10-0 run while Anderson failed to score over the final 3:10 of the first half. And Carson-Newman does indeed carry a 10-0 run into the halftime locker room. Eagles offense found its efficiency after some early shooting woes. Carson-Newman started the game 4 of 13 from the field, but would finish the half making 13 of its final 19 shots from the field. So business picked up offensively for Carson-Newman. And the threes especially starting to fall for the Eagles. Carson-Newman 7 of 13 from beyond the arc in this one. And Carson-Newman connects on 5 of their final 7 shots from distance. So far, a 2-man show for the Eagles. Jack Browder with 15 points, John Zhao with 10 points. They're the only 2 players for either team in double figures. Nick Brennigan, a quiet 6 for Carson-Newman in 17 minutes. Granted, he is 2 of 4 from the field and from beyond the arc. Trey Hubbard has 4 points and 4 assists for Carson-Newman. Anderson led by Jackson Greco. Greco came in averaging 6 a night. He's got 8 at the break, a 2 of 4 effort from beyond the arc. Eagles have done a nice job limiting Garrett Denbo's touches. League's 3rd leading scorer, averaging 19.5 points per game. Only has 3 off of 3 shots. Carson-Newman has the better shooting percentage, 52% to 47%. And the rebounding battle does tilt the Eagles' way late. Carson-Newman plus 2 on the boards at the halftime break, an 18-16 rebounding edge for the Eagles. Pretty even between Carson-Newman and Anderson. That 3-minute swoon for the Trojans right now, the difference as Carson-Newman closes the first half on a 10-0 run. ShopCNEagles.com scoreboard update. Head your way when we come back after these messages. We'll take you around the South Atlantic Conference and the nation after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
If you're looking for official Eagle merchandise, look no further than the Carson-Newman Bookstore. With a large selection of Carson-Newman gifts and apparel, you're sure to find something to please the entire family. From stuffed eagles to towel sets, sweatshirts, shorts, hats, and slippers, we literally have you covered from head to toe. We have just the item you're looking for no matter what the season. So whether you're an Eagle student, parent, alumni, or fan, shop us for everything orange and blue. Call 865-471-3539 for more information and store hours. We'll see you at the Carson-Newman Bookstore.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
A check of the ShopCNEagles.com sack scoreboard is next. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
The Eagles Sports Network is part of SAC Live, the official digital network of the South Atlantic Conference. SAC Live is the home of all your South Atlantic Conference sports action, including 20 SAC championships. Time to get caught up with some SACtion. Here are the happenings around the South Atlantic Conference and the nation. Let's go around the league with a ShopSeeAndEagles.com scoreboard update. Now, back to the arena.
Halftime in the Abney Center where Carson-Newman carries a 42-34 lead over the Anderson Trojans. Elsewhere around the country, championship Saturday in the Division II football world. And an encouraging thing for Carson-Newman football, especially for new head coach Ashley Ingram. We don't know exactly which offense he's going to run yet, but a lot of experience running the Flexbone at Navy. And why is that a good thing? Because the Flexbone team has won the Division II national title. Harding stomps Colorado School of Mines 38-7. The Bisons, and no, I'm not misspeaking, in spite of Bison having no plural S, they do go by Bisons. Bisons put up 502 yards on the ground on 58 rushes, 5 rushing touchdowns for Harding. Only threw 2 passes to pick up a 38-7 win over the Colorado School of Mines for the Bison's first ever national championship. Elsewhere in the South Atlantic Conference, on the basketball hardwood, there's 5:17 left in the first half, and Coker has a 31-22 lead over Lenore-Rhine. Bears only shooting 37% from the field. They've gone just 1 of 9 from 3. And Naz Tyson, the only player with more than 5 points in the game for the Bears. Meanwhile, Coker has taken 25 shots. 18 of them have been from beyond the arc. Cobras have knocked down 7 triples on their way to a 31-22 lead late in the first half on Lenore-Rhine. Tight one over in the Timpkins Center. Lincoln Memorial has a 32-27 lead on Limestone. Rail Splitters shooting 52% from the field compared to just 35% for the Saints. But second chance points keeping Limestone in it in spite of the wide discrepancy in shooting percentages. Tusculum is on the road at Newberry. The Wolves are up 33-32 with 3 seconds left in the first half. Josiah Morris has 11 to pace Tusculum, while Malik Joseph leads Newberry with 12 points on 4 of 7 shooting. Pioneers have tied it at 33 with 3 seconds left in the first half on a pair of Connor Jordan free throws. Emory and Henry at Mars Hill was the early game today. The Wasps prevail 80-72 on the road behind 19 points from Jake Moynihan. He was an efficient 7 of 11 from the field and 3 of 4 from the 3. Wasps shoot 55% from the field compared to just 34% for Mars Hill. Turnovers kept it close. Emory and Henry had 20 of them compared to just 12 for Mars Hill. Carson-Newman's women fell earlier today, 82-69 to Anderson. Carson-Newman just shot 19% from the field in the second half and made 2 of 14 shots in the fourth quarter as the Trojans prevailed 82-69. Eagles were up by 4 at the halftime break, but the Trojans outscored Carson-Newman 41-22 in the second half. Second half action heads your way from the Abney Center. Eagles up by 8 at the break here on the Eagles Sports Network.
How do you show your support for Carson-Newman? Head over to shopseeingeagles.com right now, where they have all of your needs covered. From clothing to outfitting your tailgate party, whether you're hunting, fishing, or on the golf course, shopseeingeagles.com is the place for you. All of your everyday essentials, from pens to phone chargers, are in one place. For the best gear in the business, visit shopseeingeagles.com today.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency, 423-586-4320, or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
This is Carson-Newman basketball.
Bills top the key. Pull up three. On the way. Got it. Charlie Clark. Dialing long distance with impunity.
On the Eagles Sports Network.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
There's something about a small community that unites us, whether it's cheering on our favorite team or the way we come together in a crisis. Small communities are made up of people with big hearts. We're dedicated to hard work and innovation through sunny days and stormy nights. AEC is always here, powering the people and the places that make our community a spectacular place to call home. AEC, power what matters most.
Back at the Abney Center, Eagles up 42-34 on the Trojans. Before the second half starts, let's pause 10 seconds for Station ID on the Eagles Sports Network. Adam Cavalier, happy to have you courtside at the Abney Center. Skip Roberts running the show back inside of network control. Eagles up 42-34 at the start of the second half against Anderson. Trojans with the ball out of the halftime locker room with Wright, Webb, Denbo, Burgett, and Greco on the floor for Anderson. Denbo has it right baseline, drives the baseline, takes it in on John Zhao, leans in and hits it off the window. First points for Anderson in 3 minutes of game action and stops the Eagles' 10-0 runs before the half and pulls them within 6, 42-36 with 19:32 to play in the second half. Eagles front court, Ousmane Jah throws a pass away into Carson-Newman's bench, and the Eagles turn it over for a fifth time. Ball back to the Trojans 30 seconds into the second half. Wright will dribble over the timeline, center court for Anderson. Bounces it to repass at the right elbow. Repass, drives down to the right block. Ousmane Jah reaches in and fouls him. Repass made a shot. I think he was fouled on the floor. Indeed, that is the case. Do not count that basket as Jah picks up his first, and the Eagles pick up their first of the second half. Denbo triggers into Webb in the right corner. Bounce it back to Denbo, right corner. Around a repass left block. Repass fouled going up with the right hand after Jah and Zhao were late collapsing over. John Zhao with his second on the Eagles. Josh Butts is off the bench to check in for Carson-Newman as James Repass heads the line. 3 of 9 at the stripe this season. Right-hander knocks down the first to pull the Trojans within 5, 42-37. Jah exits. Butts enters. Second free throw for James Repass. Calmly converts that one as well. 42-38, Trojans have cut the lead in half with 19:08 to play in the second half. Brennigan, left wing, dribbles inside, bounce it to Butts, spins around, kicks out. Brennigan, left point, open look from deep. Brennigan buries it. Inside-out action for Carson-Newman. It ends in Nick Brennigan's third three of the game. 45-38, Eagles by 7. A minute 10 into the second half. Trojans front court. Right pull up, free throw line jumper. Got it from 15. 45-40, Eagles by 5. 18:40 to play second half. Carson-Newman front court. Hubbard dribbles inside. Backs it out head of the key. Goes to Zhao right wing. Zhao chest pass Browder right corner. Feeds Butts head of the key. Butts. Hubbard on the left wing. Curling inside. Hubbard stops right of the lane. Feeds Zhao, who gets it on the right baseline and gets shoved by A.J. Wright. Second personal on Wright. First on the Trojans. And Jack Browder will trigger from the right baseline. Browder goes into Zhao in the right corner. Zhao cuts off by Webb, bounces it to Butts right elbow, back out Brennigan right corner. Brennigan fades to the wing, fires a three, and drills it. Nick Brennigan's buried 2 second-half threes. He's hit 4 for the game, and the Eagles match their biggest lead at 8. 48-40, 2 minutes into the second half. Trojans front court. Repass. Slings it to a cutting Webb, left to right across the baseline and lays it in. Eagles with some miscommunication in the zone on that possession. Webb gets the wide open look at the 10. He's got 8 points to lead Anderson. 48-42, Eagles by 6. 17:45 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman front court. Jack Browder down the right side of the lane. Tosses up on repass. Won't fall. Butts the offensive rebound. Kick out Hubbard left wing. Hubbard goes inside to the right block behind the back. Flips it out. Browder right wing. Browder drives the left side of the lane. Gets into repass. Flicks it up. Missed it. Got his own board. Kick out Hubbard. Right wing three on the way. Hubbard missed it long off the heel. Browder goes up for the rebound. Gets undercut by Greco. Whistle foul on Jackson Greco, who took the brunt of Browder's body as he landed. It's a hard luck foul for Jackson Greco. His first, the team's second. Third chance for Carson-Newman to put points on the board. Greco still on the floor. And I don't blame him. There's the foul is the appropriate adjudication, but he did not have any way to stop Jack Browder from landing on him. And out comes Anderson's sports medicine staff to have a look at Jackson Greco. 17:20 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman 48 and Anderson 42. Gives us a chance to remind you that InterDigital strives to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services. InterDigital, they are laser-focused on your success. Jackson Greco holding something to his left temple. He will walk off the floor with a slight limp and a guiding hand from Anderson's sports medicine team. 17:20 to play in the second half. 48-42, Carson-Newman the lead. Eagles used a 10-0 run at the close of the first half to take an 8-point lead into the halftime locker room. Zhao, Browder, Hubbard, Beaker, Brennigan, clad in blue for Carson-Newman. Browder will inbound left baseline. Triggers into the left corner for Trey Hubbard. Dribbles out against A.J. Wright man-to-man. Hubbard swings it right wing for Zhao. Hands off Nick Brennigan, curling to the head of the key. Left-hand handles from Brennigan. Accelerates on Reb to the right elbow. Back out to the head of the key. Brennigan, teardrop, middle of the lane. Missed it short off the front iron. Repass, seizes the rebound. Gets it up the left sideline to Luke Denbo. Denbo cruising underneath the basket. Curls out and hits Webb right wing. Webb drives inside on Beaker. Tosses up, rims out, left side. No good, but a whistle and a foul. Touch foul on Ben Beaker. He did not get a ton of Webb. It's the first on Beaker, the third on the Eagles. And Austin Webb heads to the line, where he has made 6 of 7 free throws this season and 13 of 16 in his career. Webb, the lefty, puts in the first, nothing but strings, 48-43. Back to a 5-point lead for Carson-Newman. Second free throw for Austin Webb. Calmly puts it up. Calmly connects. 48-44, Eagles by 4. 16:52 to go in the second half. The Eagles have missed their last 4 shots from the field. Granted, they've come on 2 possessions. Eagles have had a couple second chance opportunities that haven't gone down. Anderson has scored on every possession of this second half. Eagles still with a 4-point lead. Brennigan, free throw line, drops it off Beaker, left block, reverse layup, got it with the left hand off the glass. Nice moves from Nick Brennigan for his first assist. Beaker finishes at the hole. 50-44. Eagles by 6 with 16:30 to go in the second half. Trojans onto the offensive end. Right between the rings. Motions with his left hand as Hubbard guards him at the top of the zone. Hands off Middleton, right elbow. Middleton Euros into Beaker, right hand. Hits it off the glass. Middleton got some continuation there. Anderson's made all 4 of its shots out of the halftime break. Eagles with a 4-point lead. 50-46, 16-minute mark, second half. Carson-Newman front court. Brennigan, right block, bounces. Beaker, cutting, got it, and one. Nick Brennigan muscling his way inside. He gives Beaker a clean look at the rim. Count it, and the foul on Garrett Denbo. His second and the team's third. Brings us to a break in the action. 15:56 to go in the second half. Carson-Newman 52. Anderson 46. Eagles maintaining in the lead in spite of Anderson not missing. They're 4-4 to start the second half. And we're back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
How do you show your support for Carson-Newman? Head over to shopseeandeagles.com right now, where they have all of your needs covered. From clothing to outfitting your tailgate party, whether you're hunting, fishing, or on the golf course, shopseeandeagles.com is the place for you. All of your everyday essentials, from pens to phone chargers, are in one place. For the best gear in the business, visit shopseeandeagles.com today.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
15:56 to go in the second half. Carson-Newman, a 52-46 lead on Anderson behind a combined 37 points from Jack Browder, John Zhao, and Nick Brennigan. Browder leading all scorers with 15. Adam Cavalier, happy to have you courtside here at the Abney Center. Ben Beaker's got an and one free throw to try to make this a 7-point lead for the Eagles out of the timeout. And he does, calmly sinking it. 5 points for Ben Beaker off the bench. 53-46, Eagles by 7. 15:52 to go in the second half. 2-2-1 full court pressure on for the Eagles. Token, Trojans break it. Dembo into the right corner for his younger brother Luke. Cut off by Ren Dyer. Back it out to Garrett Denbo, right wing. Bounce feed into the high post from Middleton. Jab step, fires, left elbow jumper, good from 15. Cole Middleton makes it a 5-point game, 53-48. 15:30 to play in the second half. Anderson still hasn't missed after halftime. 5 of 5 from the field. Eagles front court. Trey Hubbard, middle of the lane, teardrop won't go. Beaker got the offensive rebound and the stick back with the right hand. Then Beaker follows up. 55-48, 7-point lead for the Eagles. Trojans front court. Middleton goes in, tried for the jam on Ren Dyer. Dyer caught him on the wrist. And he'll head to the free throw line. First personal on Dyer. 4th team foul on the Eagles. Cole Middleton to the line, where he's made 77% of his free throws this season. Middleton averages 10.5 points per game. Didn't play in the first half, as Middleton rolls in the first. Hit the front iron, rolled around the right iron, all the way to the back iron, and then dropped through. James repasses back in, as is Dallas Jones, replacing Webb and Garrett Denbo. Second free throw for Cole Middleton. With a double-double, 21 and 11 against Clayton State to start the year. Middleton gets the roll on the second, 55-50. Anderson has not had an empty possession here in the second half, still trailing by 5. They made all 5 of their shots, all 6 of their free throws after halftime. Carson-Newman with it front court. Beaker at the head of the key. One dribble, turns, looks for a cutter, finds Hubbard right wing. Hubbard puts the ball on the deck to the right baseline, stops, zings at Beaker right block, turns, kicks, Dyer feeds Brennigan, head of the key, catch 3. Brennigan rains it down. Nick Brennigan's buried 5 of 7 triples. Eagles back on top by 8. 58-50, 14-38 to play in the second half. Eagles match their biggest lead of the game. Trojans front court. Down inside goes Middleton. Decks Beaker. Offensive foul. Cole Middleton. His first personal. 4th on the Trojans. First possession this half for Anderson that is empty. Their first turnover. First time they failed to score. Got an offensive clinic here after halftime for Anderson. And yet, they haven't been able to chip into Carson-Newman's lead because the Eagles have been getting offensive rebounds in seconds and thirds on their misses. 8 points, that was the halftime margin in favor of Carson-Newman. The Eagles can stretch it to double figures on this possession. Browder, right elbow, accelerates the cup on repass. He finishes with the right hand. Count it, and 1. Jack Browder, elite north-south attack, stretches the lead to double figures, and he puts a first personal on James Repass and a 5th team foul on the Trojans. Eagles up by 10 for the first time tonight, 60-50 with 14-18 to go in the second half, and Jack Browder with 17 points off to the stripe to try to polish off the and one opportunity. Browder. Couple bounces, bends the knees, whips the free throw up and in. 61-50. Eagles by 11 with 14-17 to go in the second half. It's a 6-0 run for Carson-Newman over the last 30 seconds. Trojans front court. Dimbo at the free throw line. Dribbles down to the left block, spins and shoots over top of Beaker and makes a tough fadeaway 6-footer. 61-52. That stops the Eagles' 6-0 run and pulls the Trojans within 9. 13:55 to go in the second half. Eagles in all blue moving left to right. Beaker at the free throw line. Beaker hands off Browder. Browder north-south into the teeth and gets fouled again. Strong take for Jack Browder. Put a third personal on Garrett Dimbo. 6th on the Trojans. Eagles will be shooting free throws the rest of the way. 18 points so far for Jack Browder. A chance to tally his 4th career 20-point night with 2 freebies here. He'll have to wait as he shorts the first off the front of the rim. Still a chance for Jack Browder to take it back to a 10-point lead. Browder bends the knees, pushes up the free throw and cans it. 62-52, Eagles by 10. 13:44 to play in the second half. Trojans still haven't missed a shot from the field after halftime, and yet the Eagles have extended the lead. Luke Dimbo, right wing, feeds Garrett Dimbo at the free throw line. Spins around on Beaker, takes it down to the left block, stripped. Greco comes away with it. Baseline drive, a dish, deflected. Beaker the steal at the free throw line. Shovels it ahead to Trey Hubbard. Hubbard in transition. Hits Beaker middle of lane, dish out Hubbard. Head of the key, straight on 3. Hubbard drills it. Trey Hubbard has 7. Eagles stretch it to 13. 65-52 with 13:10 to play in the second half. Trojans front court. Webb pull up Jay right of the lane. Good from 10. 65-54. Eagles by 11. Carson-Newman the other way. Brennigan right wing triple. Left it short. Rebound into the right corner. Touched out of bounds by Webb. And it stays with Carson-Newman. Anderson has not missed a shot from the field in the second half. And yet, they haven't made any inroads into Carson-Newman's lead. It's insane. Trojans are 7 for 7 from the field and 6 of 6 at the charity stripe. The Eagles have buried 4 second-half threes. That's helped out the cause for Carson-Newman. Beaker over to Dyer, right wing. Dyer stops his dribble, hits Beaker in the high post, feeds Browder cutting, dishing left corner Hubbard, right hand teardrop. Hubbard gets it to fall, 8 feet out left baseline. Back to a 13-point Eagle lead. 67-54 with 12:35 to play in the second half. Trojans move it right to left. We've only had 6 rebounds after halftime. That's idiotic. Burgett, head of the key. Over to the left wing, Webb, pull up, left elbow jumper, got it to go from 15. 8 of 8 from the field is Anderson in the second half. 67-56, Eagles leading by 11 with 12:13 to go in the second half. Carson-Newman gets it front court. Beaker, left elbow. One right-hand dribble, stops, chest pass Hubbard right wing. Drives baseline, cut off by Webb. Backs it out, Dyer right wing. Dyer, left around to Brennigan, screen, turns, hits Beaker at the head of the key. Dribble handoff for Nick Brennigan. You got a whistle and a foul away from the basketball, though. Charged Ren Dyer with his second personal. He was out of the play and shoved off on the right baseline. Brings us to a break in the action after Carson-Newman's 15th foul. 11:56 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman 67, Anderson 56. Trojans trailed by 8 at the halftime break. They trail by 11 now in spite of not missing from the field in the second half. But the Eagles 9 of 15 from the field after halftime. Back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long. From the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
11:56 left in the second half. Carson-Newman leads Anderson 67-56, and both teams just white hot after halftime. Trojans have not missed a shot. They've taken 8 shots. They've made 8 shots in the second half. There are only 2 empty possessions for Anderson here in the second half. And yet they still trail because Carson-Newman shooting 60% from the field. Trojans move it right to left, a chance to trim it back to single digits. Wright pulls up for a straight on 3. Missed it off the back iron. Butts elevates for the rebound. First miss of the second half for Anderson. Eagles push front court. Hubbard behind the back into the paint. Kick out Browder, head of the key around to Zhao right wing. Zhao guarded by Burgett. Hits Butts at the right elbow, and he gets fouled. Free throws for Carson-Newman after Mac Burgett picks up his first. And the team's 7th. 1-1 for Joshua Butts, career 55% shooter. These will be his first free throws of the season. And Carson-Newman hopes it's plural. That would imply he makes the first. Butts strong off the back iron. Luke Dimbo the rebound over the sack logo, middle of the lane for Anderson. Trojans bring it right to left, down by 11. Dimbo, left point to his older brother Garrett, left corner. Garrett to the head of the key, Burgett. 2 right-hand dribbles, hands off Dimbo right wing. Luke Dimbo pulls up, right point, non-rhythm 3, still made it. High difficulty for Luke Dimbo. He's got 6. 67-59. Trojans cut it to 8. 11:05 to play in the second half. Eagles bring it left to right. Trey Hubbard between the rings. Goes to John Zhao at the right point. Entered into the high post. Josh Butts at the right elbow. Butts, one dribble, pulls up, middle of the lane. A lot of contact, no call. Webb the rebound. Webb ahead to Dimbo on the left sideline. Cut off by Nick Brennigan. Webb inside. Butts erases him at the hole. Zhao the rebound for the Eagles left baseline. Pushes front court. Stops right wing. Goes high-low to Butts right block. Kick out Brennigan right wing. Back inside to Butts. Butts holds it right elbow. Feeds Browder cutting down the right side of the lane. Stops. Pivots. Passes Hubbard head of the key. Hubbard 13 to shoot. Accelerates inside on Webb. Gets to the right block. Leans in. Can't hit it off the window, but he's fouled. Trey Hubbard really wanted the and one bucket. But he puts a personal on Webb, his first, and the 8th on the Trojans. Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider, providing Jefferson City with ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband. Let them serve you. Visit trilite.net. Trey Hubbard to the line for 2, a chance to make it a double-digit lead again, but he shorts the first free throw. At best, he can make it a 9-point game. Butts exits. Dyer enters for Carson-Newman. One more free throw for Trey Hubbard. Hubbard, a bounce, a spin. Southpaw sends up the second and knocks it down. He's got 10. Fourth Eagle into double figures. Carson-Newman's lead is 9. 68-59 with 10:25 to play in the second half. Wright, Denbo, repass, Webb, and Luke Denbo on the floor for Anderson, moving right to left in the home whites. Garrett Denbo, head of the key, tries a triple, missed it. Hubbard might have got a piece. Zhao the rebound. Hubbard sprints ahead right sideline. Hubbard hits Dyer left wing. Dyer drives, dishes Hubbard head of the key. Hubbard resets, goes to Zhao left point. Pump fakes a three, right hand dribbles, stops, looks to pass. Zhao covered up, goes to Nick Brennigan left wing. High-low lob to Browder left elbow. Back to Brennigan up top. 10 to shoot. Anderson covering it up man-to-man. Down inside it goes to Zhao left block. Zhao lost his defender. He flopped. Zhao blows by him, lays it in. 70-59. Eagles back on top by 11. 9:44 to play in the second half. John Zhao called for a delay of game warning after he got up and knocked the ball out of the inbounder's hands accidentally. 9:42 to play second half. 70-59. Eagles by 11. Trojans move it right to left. Right wing. Chest pass, high post, repass. Spins on Dyer. Cuts him off. Pivoting around. Repass. Bounce feed. Deflects off of John Zhao's foot, and he gets called for a kick ball. Hard luck there for John Zhao. First Bank is the official bank of Carson-Newman Athletics and the only place you can get a Carson-Newman debit card. Stop by any First Bank location to get your Carson-Newman debit card and show your Eagles' pride. Inbounds comes to repass right of the lane. Deflected around. Wright takes it head of the key and then gets a reach-in foul called on Trey Hubbard. First on Hubbard. Sixth on the Eagles. 70-59. Eagles by 11. 9:26 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman used a 10-0 run to build an 8-point lead. They've been able to maintain it in the second half in spite of Anderson shooting 9 of 12 from the field. Maybe 2 empty possessions for the Trojans. Denbo misses a left wing 3. Browder scraps for the rebound right of the lane for Carson-Newman. Hubbard sprints up the far sideline. Gets into the paint. Gets into repass. Hubbard loses it going up. A lot of contact with the repass. No whistle. As Hubbard loses it out of bounds. 9:08 to play second half. 70-59. Eagles leading. Trojans haven't scored in 2 minutes. Denbo between the rings. Over to the left wing for Wright. Drop it off, repass left baseline. Backs down Dyer in the zone. Repass into the paint. Turns, right hand, hook. Missed it to the right. Dyer snares the rebound. Gets it to Nick Brennigan, who races front court. Nick Brennigan weaves his way to the right baseline. Cut off by Luke Denbo. Brennigan, dish out. Zhao, left point. Catch 3 ball. Swish! John Zhao has 15. Lead swells to 14. Biggest of the night for Carson-Newman. 73-59 with 8:27 to play second half. Trojans front court. In the middle of the lane. Tough fadeaway 2. Webb knocks it down from 12 feet out. 73-61. Eagles by 12. 8:14 to go second stanza. Trey Hubbard fouled in the backcourt by A.J. Wright. That's his third. Team's 9th. Automatically sends Hubbard to the line for 1-1. John Zhao got popped in the face. He's got a nice shiner on his left eye as Nick Peters tends to him on the Carson-Newman bench. A cut me, Lou moment. John says, I'm fine. 1-1 for Trey Hubbard. Bends the knees, front end is on the way and in. Back to a 13-point Carson-Newman lead, 74-61. 8:12 to play in the second half. One more free throw for Trey Hubbard. Bends the knees, second foul shot. Spins out left side, Garrett Denbo. The board for the Trojans. 74-61, Eagles by 13. Trojans front court. Luke Denbo, right wing, cut off, dribbles inside, stops at the left elbow, flicks it to Greco, head of the key. Greco turns, hits Garrett Denbo left point. Denbo drives on Brennigan, stops, hits a cutting Jared White left block, pivoting, passing, lost the handle on it, steps out of bounds, does White, turns it over. 9th giveaway for the Trojans, brings us to a break in the action. 7:52 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman 74, Anderson 61. Eagles still leading in spite of the Trojans, shooting 67% from the field. Back to the Abney Center after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
7:52 left in the second half. Carson-Newman carries a 74-61 lead over the Anderson Trojans. Eagles grab the lead at the break with a 10-0 run to close the first half and have maintained and built on it in spite of Anderson starting the second half by making all 8 of their first shots. And Carson-Newman's been pretty good offensively, too. 61% for the field for the Eagles after halftime. A little full-court press on for the Trojans out of the break. Trey Hubbard will break it himself through the middle. Hubbard driving inside, right-hand leaner. Hubbard gets it to roll. Does it count? It does. Strong take for Trey Hubbard. And the personal on Jared White. His first, the team's 10th. Lead up to 15 for Carson-Newman. It's largest of the game, 76-61 off Hubbard's and one opportunity. Trey's got 13. What a one-man press break for Trey Hubbard. And a tough finish to boot. Hubbard 2 of 4 at the stripe today. Make it 3 of 5 as he sinks the and one free throw. The lead is 16 for Carson-Newman. 77-61 with 7:38 to play in the second half. Trojans front court. Luke Dimbo, left elbow, pulls from 15, left it short. Brennigan the rebound. Eagles fly left to right. Nick Brennigan, left wing with the rock. Hits Beaker at the left point. Beaker faces the basket, lobs to Zhao left baseline. Zhao backing down Luke Dimbo. Turns, right hand hook. John Zhao connects. He's got 17. The Eagle lead is 18. 79-61, 7:10 to go in the second half. Trojans front court. Webb, right wing, dribbles inside on Brennigan, gets by Beaker and lays it in. That puts a halt to Carson-Newman's 12-2 run. 79-63, Eagles by 16, 6:55 to go in the second half. Long pass up the right sideline to John Zhao, breaks the press. Zhao Euroing, right of the lane, right-hand teardrop, no. Webb boxes out the shooter to grab the rebound, right block for Anderson. Right up the left sideline, into the front court for AU. Right. Pumps the brakes out of the key, goes to Webb right point. Accelerating down the left side of the lane, dish out Denbo, left corner, 3, missed it long. Browder grabs his 8th rebound on the right baseline. Chuck Benson holds up 5 fingers with his outstretched right hand and says, hold up, slow down. Trey Hubbard does so and just now comes across the timeline with a second to spare. Browder for Beaker at the head of the key. Beaker, an all-blue jersey, picked up man-to-man by Denbo. Fakes the handoff to Brennigan. Goes into the left corner for Hubbard with 7 to shoot. Hubbard driving the middle of the lane. Right-hand flip, won't fall. Beaker follows through, grabs the offensive rebound, and sticks it back in from the left side. 9 for Ben Beaker. The lead is 18 for the Eagles. 81-63, 5:55 to go in the second half. Trojans front court. Denbo, free throw line J. In and out, no good. Beaker ruled to have clipped him on the closeout. So second on Beaker, a 7th on the Eagles. Bench says, good job, Beak. Nonplussed with the call.
Trey, come here, Trey.
So Garrett Denbo to the line. Eagles have done a phenomenal job on the league's 3rd leading scorer. He's got 7 points. He averages 19.5 a game. Has only taken 8 shots. Denbo's first free throw off the mark on the front iron. Denbo had 11 off the bench in the meeting last season in Holt Fieldhouse.
Hit your press.
One more free throw for Denbo, a chance to make it a 17-point game. Puts this one up, puts this one in. 81-64, Eagles by 17 with 5:51 to play in the second half. Browder, long pass to the timeline, is grabbed by John Zhao, who lands. Right there is Luke Denbo, who draws the charge. John Zhao had no prayer of stopping there. It's his third, team's eighth. 81-64, Eagles by 17. Trojans bring it right to left. Right wing for Greco. No look pass, right corner. Dallas Jones leaps, passes Greco. Right wing, open look from deep. Greco swirls it home. 81-67, Eagles by 14. 5:33 to play in the second half. Jack Browder triggers into Nick Brennigan against the press for the Trojans. Browder will break it along the right sideline. Browder is trapped, and Browder promptly calls for time. 5:21 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman 81, Anderson 67. We step aside for a break and return after these messages on the Eagle Sports Network.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
5:21 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman 81, Anderson 67. Eagles have led by as many as 18 in this one, shooting 61% from the field after halftime. Anderson only has 5 second-half rebounds. And Carson-Newman trying to fight to the finish. Anderson trying to avoid going quietly into the night. Eagles have gotten 19 from Jack Browder, 17 from John Zhao, 15 from Nick Brennigan, 14 from Trey Hubbard. All four players, with the exception of Zhao, have hit their average. Zhao's 3 away. 5:21 to play in the second half. Eagles up 14. Jack Browder will inbound. Goes into the right corner for Nick Brennigan. Brennigan curls, gets back tapped. Trey Hubbard will track it down in the backcourt. Hubbard will cross over against Dembo. Bring it front court. Bounce it to Beaker, left wing. 10 to shoot. Beaker. Hands off Browder. Browder curls inside on Denbo. Start and stop move down the right block. Browder right hand. Rims off left side. Zhao an offensive rebound. Kick out Brennigan right point. Eagles content to extend the possession. High low to Beaker. Right wing. Beaker dribbles inside with the left hand. Beaker draws a foul as he moseys down to the left block. It is on right. It's his fourth. And the team's 11th. So Ben Beaker to the line for 2 free throws. And a chance to extend a 14-point lead. Beaker's first, back iron strong. Beaker trying to become the 5th Eagle into double figures. John Zhao exits, Ren Dyer enters. So we got Dyer, Browder, Brennigan, Hubbard, and Beaker on the floor for Carson-Newman. One more free throw for Ben Beaker and a chance to make it a 15-point lead. Beaker puts it up, puts this one in. Beaker's got 10, 5 Eagles in double figures. 82-67, Carson-Newman by 15, 4:45 to play, second half. Trojans front court, Dallas Jones driving inside, hits the right-hand teardrop over Beaker. 82-69, Eagles by 13. Anderson shot 63% from the field after halftime. Inbounds comes to Ren Dyer. He's fouled in the backcourt by Austin Webb. Goes 75 feet the other way for free throws. 2 on Webb, 12 on the Trojans. 82-69, Eagles by 13. 4:31 to play in the second half. Ren Dyer gets 2 free throws. Dyer bends his knees, pushes the first one up, and gets the roll. Caught the front lip of the rim, spun over, hit the backboard, and then fell through. 83-69, Eagles by 14. One more free throw for Ren Dyer. Puts it up, puts it in, 2-2 trip, 15-point lead. 84-69, Eagles, 4:30 to play in the second half. Trojans work front court. Jones free throw line, shoots from 15, knocks it down. Dallas Jones has 7. 84-71, Eagles by 13, 4:17 to go. Second half, full court pressure on for the Trojans. Browder breaks it, ahead to Dyer, drop it off Beaker, through his hands and out of bounds. 5th turnover of the half for Carson-Newman, 9th of the game. The ball back to the Trojans, down 13. 84-71 with 4:10 to play in the second half. Denbo for Jones at the head of the key. Defense sags off. He shoots the 3, misses it. Front iron. Browder up for his 9th rebound. Trey Hubbard gets the ball and weaves it front court to Browder between the rings. Browder driving, dishing Dyer right wing. Into the right corner, Nick Brennigan. Wide open look from deep. Spins out left side. Greco the rebound. Outlets it up the right sideline for Luke Denbo. Denbo in transition. Goes to the left block, fading away. Can't hit the leaner. Browder has his self a double-double with his 10th rebound. And now the Eagles turn it over. Denbo a steal. Ahead to Jones running the right side of the lane. Goes for the reverse layup and finishes with the left hand. 84-73, Eagles by 11. 3:30 to play in the second half. Jack Browder will inbound against full court pressure. Triggers into Trey Hubbard in the backcourt. Bounce it to Browder up the right sideline to Nick Brennigan. Deflected by Jones, a steal. Jones, left corner, drives left baseline, gets to the cup. Blocked from behind by Jack Browder. It stays with Anderson. 3:11 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman 84. Anderson 73. Eagles haven't made a shot from the field in the last 2 minutes and 51 seconds. They've turned it over 3 times in the last 80 seconds. Carson-Newman trying to find its footing for the stretch run. Back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
There's something about a small community that unites us, whether it's cheering on our favorite team or the way we come together in a crisis. Small communities are made up of people with big hearts. We're dedicated to hard work and innovation through sunny days and stormy nights. AEC is always here, powering the people and the places that make our community a spectacular place to call home. AEC, power what matters most.
3:11 left in the second half. It's Carson-Newman 84 and Anderson 73. A wild offensive second half. Eagles shooting 56% from the field. Trojans 60%. Anderson made its first 8 shots from the field to start the second half. Carson-Newman crashing the glass, out-rebounding the Trojans 16-7 after halftime. That's helped the Eagles' cause. 11-2 advantage for Carson-Newman in second chance points. Has negated a bit the Trojans' hot shooting, or at least kept Carson-Newman step for step. Inbounds for Anderson will come from the right baseline from Wright. Wright triggering in to Denbo, right corner. Denbo twirls around on Dyer, drives the right baseline, stops right block, passes Jones left block. Jones leans up, Browder blocks his shot and grabs the rebound. Jack Browder harassed, gets it to Trey Hubbard. Hubbard dealing with pressure in the backcourt. Will pass to Brennigan through the middle, ahead to Zhao left block, takes one step and dunks it down with 2 hands. Back to a 13-point lead. Good movement against the press for the Eagles. 86-73, Carson-Newman with 2:40 to play in the second half. Trojans front court. Jones twirling around middle of the lane. Shot up. Dyer erases it. Dyer, the block on the right side. Gets it to Nick Brennigan. who will calmly walk it over the timeline left side. Into Trey Hubbard's hands. Hubbard against Luke Denbo. Hubbard bounces it. Browder, head of the key. Bounce back to Hubbard. It's through Webb's wickets and out of bounds. Stays with Carson-Newman with 13 to shoot. 5 Eagles in double figures, led by twin 19-point nights for Jack Browder and John Zhao. Browder, his 4th double-double of the year with 19 and 11. Browder gets the inbounds right block. Backs down Denbo, one dribble, turns, right-hand hook. Browder got the roll off the right iron. Jack Browder's got a game-high 21 in his 4th career 20-point performance. 88-73, Eagles by 15 with 2:04 to play in the second half. Trojans front court. Head of the key for Wright. Wright drives inside on Browder, gets into him and draws a foul. First personal on Jack. 9th team foul on the Eagles. And 2 free throws for A.J. Wright, who cans them at 83% for his career. 88-73, Carson-Newman by 15. Wright spins the ball into his left hand, a couple right-hand dribbles, switches to his left, shoots it, and rattles it in. 88-74, Carson-Newman by 14. Minute 58 to play in the second half. One more free throw for Wright. Bends the knees, puts it up, puts it in. 88-75, Eagles by 13 with a minute 58 to play in the second half. Full court pressure on for the Trojans. Nick Brennigan will leap and have a pass intercepted by Denbo. Denbo all the way to the hole, lays it in. 88-77, Eagles by 11. 105 seconds left. Dyer to inbound. Lobs into Browder, who receives it near the hash mark, stops his dribble, hits Dyer running through the middle of the floor over to Nick Brennigan left corner. Eagles spread out to 4 corners with 21 to shoot. Hubbard harassed at the timeline. He draws a foul. Free throws for Trey Hubbard after the personal on Garrett Denbo. His 4th, team's 13th. So 2 free throws here for Trey Hubbard and a chance to stretch the lead back out to 13 if he can knock down both of them. Hubbard with 14 points and 4 assists. Hubbard bends his knees. First free throw rattles home. He's got 15. One of 4 Eagles with 15 in this game. One more free throw for Trey Hubbard. 89-77, Eagles by 12. Make it 13 as Hubbard goes 2 of 2 on that trip. 90-77, Eagles by 13. 85 seconds left in this one. Trojans bring it front court. Right, head of the key. Accelerates, right elbow, pulls up, 15-footer, swirls it in. A.J. Wright, the 3rd Trojan into double figures. He has 11. 90-79, Eagles by 11. Dyer inbounds ahead to Jack Browder. Into the front court. Browder will stop on the right wing and draw a trap. Browder pivoting around, pivoting. 5 count on. Yep. Anderson ball. Carson-Newman has 3 timeouts left, too. The Eagles turn it over for a 9th time this half. And the ball back to the Trojans. 90-79. Eagles leading. Trojans the ball. Right. Into the front court. Takes it to the right elbow. Spins in on Dyer. Chest pass out. Burgett head of the key. Round to Greco curling to the head of the key. Greco back left down the side of the lane. Feeds it into the paint. John Zhao intercepts it and promptly gets fouled by Luke Denbo. 3rd personal on Denbo. 14th foul on the Trojans. Eagles get the giveaway and head back to the other end to shoot free throws with John Zhao. Has been an offensively charged second half. 59% from the field for Carson-Newman, 58% from the field for the Trojans. Carson-Newman has had answer points at every turn for Anderson. Zhao knocks down the first free throw. He's got 20. John Zhao on the plus side of 20 points for a 6th time this season and an 8th time in his career. Stretches the lead back to 12. 91-79. One more free throw for Zhao. Bends the knees, flips it up, and flips it in. 92-79. Eagles by 13 with 45 seconds left. Trojans bring the ball across the timeline with A.J. Wright. Gets down to the left block. Wright whips it up, whips it in, counted on a foul. Nice moves for A.J. Wright. Count the basket, and the foul goes on Trey Hubbard. It's his second, team's 10th. And Wright will head to the line to try to make this a 10-point game. Hard to believe a team shoots 60% from the field in a half of basketball, and at present standing is being outscored. That's what's happened to Anderson. They've done what they needed to do offensively to try to rally after trailing by 8 at the break. But Carson-Newman has had the offensive firepower to stay step for step. Wright's and one free throw. Bends off left side. Dyer snags the rebound. 7-second difference, shot clock to game clock. Nick Brennigan's into the front court, harassed by Luke Denbo. And a whistle and a foul on Luke Denbo. That's a fourth on the younger Denbo brother. 15th foul on the Trojans of the half. And sends Nick Brennigan to the line with a 92-81 lead. And 29.7 seconds left in this one. Shot clock is off. Carson-Newman 29.7 seconds away from collecting a third straight win over the Trojans here at the Abney Center. Brennigan's free throw is in, nothing but strings. 93-81, Eagles by 12. One more free throw for Nick Brennigan. Lines it up and knocks it down. Brennigan with 17. Eagles lead 94-81. Shot clock off. 25 seconds to play. A.J. Wright accelerates into the lane, dishes out left corner. Greco an off-balance three. He airballed it. Nick Brennigan grabs the rebound. Webb harasses him. Brennigan twirling around in the backcourt. Gets it ahead to Jack Browder. Leaps to Dyer. Dyer could have gone to the basket. Instead, he pulls it out. And Carson-Newman will dribble out the final moments in this one as Ren Dyer walks with the basketball with 3.8 seconds left. He was ready to celebrate the win, but too much time left. And so Anderson gets one final crack with 3.8 left. Jimmy Williams is already on the Carson-Newman side of the court, set to shake hands. A last-second three from Denbo is blocked by Dyer. Buzzer, ball game, Eagles prevail. 94-81, Carson-Newman triumphs over the Anderson Trojans in Fine Fettle. Eagles took a good offensive shot from Anderson in the second half, but the Eagles with the offensive firepower to stay step for step and collect a 94-81 win over the Trojans. Domino's postgame report heads your way when we come back after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit InterDigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser-focused on your success.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Grab a slice. Our coverage of CN Hoops continues with the Domino's postgame report on the Eagle Sports Network. We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through Auto Owners Insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large one-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large one-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
This is the Domino's post-game report on the Eagles Sports Network.
Bring it backdoor lob. Dyer throws it down with two hands.
Your Stats Breakdown, a conversation with Chuck Benson, presented by Modern Woodman Financial Planning. Plus the selection of the AEC Electrifying Play and Food City Player of the Game are all headed your way. Today's game is also brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Pepsi, that's what I like. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By First Bank, the official banking partner of Carson-Newman Athletics. InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By the Bible Insurance Agency, the agency that's service built. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By Food City, value every day. By Trilight, dream big with gig. By Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. And by ShopCNEagles.com, the official online store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Let's head back to the arena and the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
All right, back courtside at the Abney Center, where Carson-Newman collects an offensively charged 94-81 win over the Anderson Trojans. Certainly a different script in this one. I think if you were to tell Chuck Benson before the game started that Anderson was going to make its first 8 shots of the second half, he might be a little bit trepidatious about how this contest would go. Anderson, literally the first 8 minutes of the second half, didn't have an empty possession. And in spite of that, didn't make any inroads into what was an 8-point halftime lead for Carson-Newman. And when it's all said and done, the Eagles cruise 94-81 over the Trojans, led by as many as 18. And were able to provide answer points at every turn against Anderson en route to the 94-81 triumph over the Trojans. The difference, really, a 10-0 run to close the first half, and then absolutely elite shot making from Carson-Newman down the stretch in the second half when Anderson just wasn't missing. Carson-Newman missed some shots, but the Eagles got offensive rebounds aplenty to the point where those missed shots really didn't matter at the end of the day. And, in fact, the Eagles, with 11 offensive rebounds and an 11-2 advantage in terms of second chance points. That's part of the reason for Carson-Newman's success in this one over the Anderson Trojans. Here on the Domino's postgame report, Adam Cavalier joined courtside by the victorious head coach, Chuck Benson. Chuck took some pretty good punches today, but fired back at every turn. What'd you see out of your team collecting a third straight win over the Trojans in the Abney Center?
First of all, as you know, this is a really, really great environment. Even though they are, everybody's at Christmas break now, this place was packed.
Yes, absolutely.
Packed. And they definitely had the distinctive home court sort of vibe. But our guys, credit to our guys for coming in here and performing our scout really, really well. There was a lot of attention to detail. And now we've had back-to-back games where we showed a real commitment to mental toughness. I thought the first half in particular, we were sort of getting exposed in terms of our physical toughness. But the second half, our mental and physical toughness, I thought, sort of seized the day.
Defensively, sum this one up. Anderson shoots 53% from the field, certainly higher than you would prefer. But You limit Garrett Denbo, the league's third leading scorer, to 8. Is this a byproduct of the execution of the scout?
Kev, I'll be real. It truly is just it was what the scout was. It was what the scout was, and we knew who the people were that we wanted to impact, and we knew who the people were that we wanted to entice, I guess I'll say, and I think our guys really stayed committed for 40 minutes. It didn't really lose the plot, so to speak, and just had the mental fortitude and toughness to continue to stay with it, even when that we were getting scored on. We were getting scored on, but like I said, it was really we were going for certain elements, and some of that included them getting certain shots.
Jack Browder, 4th double-double this season, 21 and 11. What'd you see out of your sophomore forward?
We call him Junkyard for a reason. Junkyard Jack for a reason. He's just a junkyard dog is what he is, and he competes. There's no quit in him. There's no softness in him, and I love the way he goes about it. I like the tone that he sets for everybody else, the example he sets.
Dealt with some press late in the second half as Anderson was trying to make its rally. Sum up how your team handled that.
Pathetically, but we're still pathetically. But we still had enough cushion there to try to adjust. I'm telling you, what were we up when they started pressing? What was the lead?
18.
18, and it's under the 4 media. So and they're getting ready to go for Christmas. I mean, there's a lot of sort of things there that I thought we sort of just got a little bit too sort of maybe relaxed, thinking, well, they're just going to. And Anderson is going to just lay down, which they did not do. They competed for the entire 40, and that's kudos to their coaches and their sort of who they are as a program, the culture they're established with competitiveness. And so we got to do a better job finishing when we have that kind of lead, and not just sort of put it on cruise ourselves.
I mentioned Jack Browder. Your 4 horsemen continue to do monstrous things. John Zhao, 21. Nick Brennigan, 17. A second straight game where he knocks down at least 5 threes. Trey Hubbard with 16 and 4 assists. Just how tough is that quartet to handle?
I'm glad they're on my team and we're not playing against us. Because I think we've got some guys that are proving now with a level of consistency that they're capable of being balanced, and multiple guys can sort of carry the burden, share the load. So I'm thankful. I'm thankful that we've got quality student athletes on this team, and that they're doing. They spend a lot of time, Kevin. You know this. You know that these guys spend a lot of time outside of practice. Being good. I
went over to Holt to grab something out of the office last night at 10:30. John Zhao in the gym getting shots up.
Hey, it's those unseen hours of work that they just see John Zhao and these guys doing things. They have no idea what really is going on, the work and the commitment and the sacrifice, for that matter, that it takes to be able to compete and perform at the level that some of our guys are competing and performing at.
What can you say of the post play from Josh Butts and Ben Beeker off the bench?
Well, we Ooze has been a little sick. Wasn't sure. He was sort of a game-time decision. Butts has been out for, the entire first semester with an injury. But the 3 of them, with Ben sort of being the leader in that group, gave us really, really big productive minutes, man. 12 and 6? 12 and 6. I'll take that every day from that position. So very, very very thankful of the way they performed for us today.
One more game before Christmas break. Tennessee Wesleyan, an old VSAC rivalry against the Bulldogs. What do you have to do to close out the first semester on a strong note?
We want to finish and continue to perform. Put another game together where we're competing and performing at a very, very high level. We don't need to get ahead of ourselves and start, dreaming of those sweet treats and my old bedroom back at the house and go and see Granny and all that. We can't go there yet. We got to get through Tuesday and do our jobs, and then hopefully we've done enough to deserve the outcome we want and go home and really enjoy Christmas.
Chuck, pleasure as always. Congrats on the nice one, 94-81 on the road.
Great. Thanks, Kev.
That's Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. His postgame comments brought to you by Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. When we come back, we'll choose our AEC Electrifying Play, our Food City Player of the Game. Talk with Jack Browder and Ben Beeker. After this on the Eagle Sports Network.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long. From the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Miss out on tonight's post-game interviews? Check cneagles.com for stats, recaps, and videos from tonight's games. We close out the Domino's post-game report in 60 seconds on the Eagle Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
Back on the Domino's postgame report as Carson-Newman prevails over the Anderson Trojans 94-81. Time now to choose our Food City Player of the Game. It's none other than Jack Browder, a double-double for Jack. 21 points and 11 boards, and our Food City Player of the Game joins us now. Jack, none too shabby. Fourth double-double of the season, a fifth career 20-point game. What sticks out to you about the performance here tonight?
Just our attention to detail on the scout. We defended at an extremely high level. We did exactly what we wanted to do coming in here, and that just makes it feel even better. You know, we shot the ball well, shared the ball, but it feels even better whenever we know that we executed what we wanted to do, exactly really what we wanted to do. So.
I think it's interesting. You know, Anderson shoots 53% from the field, scores 81 points, and yet you're pleased with the defensive effort.
Yep.
Can you expand on that?
I mean, we know the older Dimbo brother, when Anderson wins, he's averaging 25 points. So we held him to 8. That alone is a success. The other Dimbo brother hold him to 8, and then Greco hold him to maybe 11 or something. So, I mean,
11.
They combined for 27, and that's exactly what we wanted to do, make other guys make plays, which credit to them, they did, but it ended up not being enough for them. They shot 52% from the field, but 33% from 3, which I guess is even with 50 from the 2, but still, it's what we wanted to do. So,
crazy game, genuinely. You go on the 10-0 run to take the 8-point halftime lead, and then Anderson literally does not have an empty possession for the first 8 minutes of the second half. Either made free throws and made 8 straight shots, and yet by that point they hadn't made any inroads into the lead. How?
I mean, I think that's just We're offensively skilled. We're a really highly offensively skilled team, and we're making shots. Trey was pushing the ball. John was making shots. Nick's making threes. Ben's crashing the glass, getting 0 rebounds, being the bulldozer that he is. And that's what I think that helped us there. I mean, if our offense is bad during that spurt, they probably come back and it's a back and forth game. But we were able to make shots in that time and then stay committed to our scout. They were doing what. During those 8 minutes, they were doing what we wanted them to do. They were hitting tough middies. They weren't getting boards. We killed them on the board second half. They made 2 threes in the second half. So they were scoring the ball, but the way they were scoring it, we thought would not end up letting them come back in the game.
One final game before Christmas break. Tennessee Wesleyan on Tuesday. What's it take to close out the first semester on a positive note?
Just stay committed to our scout, lock in. Can't look at going home early. Cannot take anybody for granted. Tennessee Wesleyan's going to come in here and compete. We're going to have to just lock in these final Sunday tomorrow and Monday on scout and just prepare for them the right way.
All right, Jack, thanks for the time. Congrats on the double-double.
Yep, thank you.
That is sophomore forward Jack Browder, our Food City player of the game. Value every day. Food City. Our AEC electrifying play of the game goes to John Zhao. Eagles broke a Trojan press and were able to get Zhao an easy dunk. That helped seal the game in the final 4 minutes. John Zhao's dunk, our AEC electrifying play of the game. AEC, member-owned and service-driven, bringing value to everyday life. After all, you're not just a utility customer. You are a co-op member. We continue on the Domino's post-game report. Adam Cavalier alongside senior post Ben Beeker. Jack W. the bulldozer in the previous segment.
You got to keep that down.
It's broadcast now. Yeah. 10 points off the bench, 4-4 from the field, a 2 of 3 mark at the line. On a day where Chuck Benson said in his post-game comments, Usman Ja had been a little under the weather the past few days. You and Josh Butt step up in a big way off the bench. What keyed the effort in the post?
We always just got to stay ready. Shout out to Butts. Butts hasn't played hasn't played a minute all year, but stayed ready, stayed locked in, stayed prepared, and that's just a testament to him and just his character and work ethic. And also credit to Usman coming out here and giving it his best effort. He really was under the weather, and I thought he really didn't let it show. I mean, gave it his best. Shout out to him, but just, it's a character of our guys just staying ready.
Defensively, felt like you were building walls all day long in the post. How much did that impact the ability of a Mac Burgett and Garrett Dimbo to get going today?
Yeah, those guys are really talented players, and I try my best. Some would call me vertically challenged. So building walls is my strategy. As CB likes to say, I have to be an obstacle because I'm no Bryant Thomas, but I try my best to be physical, and hopefully the guys miss. So
you got me there. You got me there, Ben.
That's good.
Very balanced effort. 5 guys in double figures. How easy is it for you to get going when you've got John Zhao and Jack Browder both going for 21 on a better than 50% clip?
Oh my gosh, those guys! We're such a talented team, deep team, and playing with those guys makes my job so easy. It's just like I just got to find opportunities to give them the ball and get out of the way. And so I love playing with everyone, and it's a testament to the work, especially John and Jack and Trey. All of these guys have put in starting from the summer, and it's starting to manifest itself now.
Turn your attention. One final game before the Christmas holiday. You get Tennessee Wesleyan on Tuesday, an old VSAC, Volunteer State Athletic Conference. You were. You weren't even a thought.
No, I wasn't even anything. Nothing. A speck.
A spec.
I wasn't even a speck.
A spec. What do you have to do to close the fall semester on a positive note?
We just got to stay locked in. Every opponent we have to respect, and every opponent we have to give our 100% ability. And hopefully, we come out focused and locked in, and so we can go home and have a good holiday, and CB doesn't go home and turn into the Grinch in front of Jake and Coop. So looking forward to getting back after it on Tuesday.
All right, Ben, thanks for the time. Congrats
awesome.
on the
Thanks,
double division night. That is Ben Beeker here on the Domino's post-game report. Quickly around the South Atlantic Conference before we close up shop for the day. Emory and Henry, no troubles on the road with Mars Hill winners 80-72 over the Lions. It is Newberry who pulls away from Tusculum. Tusculum had the heart out, playing on back-to-back days at ETSU last night. And probably lost their legs. The Pioneers shoot 33% from the field. Newberry gets a combined 45 from Malik Joseph and Dario Shepard. Joseph with 23, Shepard with 22. And the Wolves win 79-60. Late, Lenore, Ryan, and Coker, 17 seconds left. Cobras and Bears tied at 82. Lenore Ryan was down 8 at the half. They put up 54 after halftime. Coker's got an 18 from DeMar Anderson, while Jaquias Franklin has gone off for the Bears. He's got 26 points. Lincoln Memorial pulls away from Limestone late. Rail Splitters win over the Saints 83-69 on the road. Carson-Newman's women's team fell earlier today to Anderson 82-69. Eagles just 6 of 31. That's 19% from the field in the second half in that game. That does it for us here on the Domino's post-game report. Our next presentation of Carson-Newman Athletics comes your way on Tuesday, an early matinee for you to wrap up the pre-Christmas schedule. Carson-Newman women's basketball takes on Saginaw Valley State at noon. Early airtime, morning airtime for us here on the Eagles Sports Network with an 11:45 AEC countdown to tip-off for the women's game. And then the men play at 2. We'll, of course, seg into that game with a 1:45 airtime. Eagles, again, get Tennessee Wesleyan in the nightcap that day. So join us starting at 11:45 with the AEC countdown to tip-off here on the Eagles Sports Network as we close out our first semester of broadcasts here on the Eagle Sports Network. Once again, the final score from the Abney Center. Carson-Newman cruises past Anderson 94-81. Eagles improved to 7-2 and 2-1 in South Atlantic Conference play, while the Trojans dip below 500. They are 5-6 and 0-3 in league action. We'll talk to you on Tuesday. Until then, have a pleasant rest of your Saturday evening. Good night, and have a pleasant Saturday here on the Eagle Sports Network.
You've been listening to Domino's Post-Game Report on the Eagle Sports Network. Today's game has been brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Pepsi, that's what I like. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By First Bank, the official banking partner of Carson-Newman Athletics. The Inner Digital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By the Bible Insurance Agency, the agency that's service built. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By Food City, value every day. By Trilight, dream big with gig. By Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. And by ShopCNEagles.com, the official online store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. The executive producer of the Eagle Sports Network is Matt Pope. Producers Adam Cavalier, Ian Johnson, Andrew Drizzy Rogers, Nia Toribio, Caitlin Jones, and Ryan I Love the Herd Wilkes. I'm staff announcer Ernie Anderson. A special thanks to Carson-Newman and University President Dr. Charles A. Fowler. Stay tuned to these stations for information on our next presentation of Carson-Newman basketball. In the meantime, visit cneagles.com for recaps, highlights, and interviews from today's game. This is the Eagles Sports Network.